You meet her in a hospital corridor on a Tuesday morning. She is the nurse who tells you to stop being dramatic about your IV. You have been in this bed for 6 hours, and she knows it. On the 15th pass, she stops, checks your chart, and finally looks at you. She asks if you have eaten yet, and you haven't. She disappears and returns with her own lunch from this morning, rice, adobo. She gives it to you without explanation and walks away before you finish thanking her. You are discharged 2 days later and you ask for her number. She gives it to you, which surprises both of you completely. Texting her is immediately disorienting in ways you don't expect. You ask how she is, and she responds, "Okay, Lang," with a period. You think things are fine because Okalang means I'm fine. It does not mean she is fine. It means something is wrong. You find this out 3 weeks later when the context finally becomes clear. You spend the following month earning your way back from a mistake you never knew you made. She never says no directly, and this takes time to understand. You ask if she wants to see a movie, and she says, "Tingnan natin." Let's see, which sounds like maybe, but actually means probably not. You put it in the calendar anyway and find out Thursday she wasn't coming. You also learn that Bahalaka means it's up to you, which sounds generous. It is not generous. It is a warning that you are about to choose wrong. You choose wrong every time for approximately 4 months before the pattern becomes clear. When she texts you only the letter K, you cancel everything immediately. That particular lesson you learn faster than any of the others. She points at things with her lips, which you initially find completely confusing. A short forward purse, eyebrows up, a chin tilt toward the target object. She uses this to direct you to the soy sauce across the table. She uses it to identify someone she doesn't trust across the entire restaurant. She uses it to tell you to be quiet without making a sound. The first time she does it, you think she's making a face at you. She is pointing at the television remote sitting directly next to your hand. You hand her the wrong thing 3 times before you finally understand the system. She brings you to her family after 4 months of dating. She gives you one instruction in the car before you go inside. When you greet the elders, take their hand and bring it to your forehead. You say, "Okay," and forget the moment you walk through the door. There are 40 people in this house, and all of them already know your name. Her Lola finds you first. 83 years old, 4 feet 11, completely certain. She extends her right hand and you shake it like a person who wasn't listening. A cousin materializes beside you and guides your hand gently to Lola's knuckles. Lola presses her hand to your forehead and says something in Tagalog. She said you have a good face. Your girlfriend translates this later, not now. Now she just watches from across the room, almost smiling, offering you nothing. Lola speaks zero English and talks to you constantly anyway, long stories with full eye contact and complete confidence that you are following along. You catch maybe 1 word in 20 and nod through everything else. Your girlfriend watches from across the room and does not translate a single word. You understand more than you let on by month 3, catching phrases and full sentences. You decide not to tell anyone because this is your only real advantage. You protect it carefully the way you protect anything that is valuable and scarce. The family communication network operates before you even leave the driveway after dinner. Her tita in Abu Dhabi sends you a Facebook friend request that same night. You have never spoken to this woman in your entire life. Her cover photo is a Bible verse, and she will like every post you ever make. By morning, 2 more titas have added you across completely different time zones. By the following week, her cousin in London knows your job and your hometown. You did not volunteer any of this information to anyone at any point. It was gathered and distributed across 7 countries while you were sleeping. She shows love through food and only through food and always through food. She does not say, "I love you" the way you were expecting. She calls at 7 in the morning and asks if you have eaten yet. She texts at noon. "Kumain ka na ba? Have you eaten already?" She arrives at your apartment on a Wednesday with containers because she made extra. Letting food go to waste is called sayang, and she cannot allow it. She makes adobo first because everyone makes adobo first, and you taste it and understand. Then comes sinigang, which smells like something your body knew before your mind did. Then lumpia, and you reach for one the second it hits the plate. She slaps your hand without looking, "Xiao. They need to cool and you will wait." You learn to wait for the things she says need waiting for. You are sick in November with a cold she immediately classifies as a situation. She arrives with Vicks Vapo Rub and applies it to your chest, throat, and forehead. then the back of your neck, and then somehow the bottom of both feet. You ask why the feet, and she says basta without looking up from the jar. Basta means because don't ask anymore. This is how it is done. Conversation over. She covers you with a blanket and tells you not to sleep after bathing. You are better in 2 days, and she accepts credit on behalf of the Vicks. You propose at home, quietly, because she mentioned once that crowds make her anxious. She says yes before you finish asking and is crying before she says it. By the time you both remember your phones, her mother has already called Lola. Lola is waiting on the video screen, having watched the doorway for 11 minutes. She sees the ring and says something directly to God before she says it to you. Then she says something to you in Tagalog that you understand completely. You don't tell her you understood. You just nod the way she taught you. Wedding planning begins, and your role becomes obvious within the first 2 days. Show up on the correct day, in the correct suit, remembering your lines. Everything else is already decided by people with stronger opinions and longer memories. The Ninong and Ninang list takes 3 weeks to finalize and still keeps changing. You thought witnesses meant 2 people, and there are currently 22 sponsors total. Principal sponsors sign the marriage certificate and require seating, corsages, and program mentions. Secondary sponsors handle the candles, the veil, the cord, and the 13 coins. The coins are called uras, presented by the groom as a pledge to provide. You practice handing the coin pouch and drop it twice in front of Lola. She says something that makes your girlfriend laugh. Clumsy, but well-meaning, apparently. You decide clumsy but well-meaning is a passing grade and you accept it. The morning of the wedding begins at 3:30 with sounds from your own kitchen. Her Titas have materialized and are cooking breakfast for the entire wedding party already. Nobody warned you because it didn't occur to anyone that warning you was necessary. Your best man texts from downstairs, there are strangers cooking in your kitchen. You tell him to come in and eat, and he eats 3 full plates. The money dance begins before you have finished your first plate at the reception. Guests form a line and take turns pinning bills directly onto your suit and her dress. Her ninongs build a crown of folded bills and place it on her head. 40 minutes in, she is wearing approximately $2,000 and laughing with her veil sideways. Lola is first in line and pins a bill to your lapel and says something. Her husband would have liked you. You understand this and carry it all night. The karaoke machine comes out at 10, and Tito Boy takes the microphone first. Tito Boy has never explained himself, and nobody in the family has explained him. He is present the way weather is present, permanent and without needing permission. He sings 3 songs, cries once, and dedicates a ballad to a name half the room recognizes. Your wife tells you Tito Boy has sung at every family event since 1987. The only person who ever took the microphone from him was Lola Nena once. Nobody has attempted it since, and tonight is not the night that changes. Midnight arrives, and you think the evening is winding down. You are adorable. Lola has been dancing for 3 hours and has not looked at a single chair. She is teaching your mother a folk step. Your mother performs with tremendous enthusiasm. They share 0 language and are laughing in exactly the same frequency anyway. Your mother does not know the word for again. Lola shows her again. The apartment transforms after you move in together and certain things simply appear. A large wooden spoon and fork materialize on the dining room wall one Tuesday. You don't remember buying them, and she says para sa dining for the dining room. You stop asking, and they remain there, and they will outlive both of you. The rice cooker runs every hour of every day without pause or apology or explanation. You initially believed it had an off switch. It does not use the off switch. The rice cooker is a permanent condition of the home the way walls are permanent. September 1st arrives and she sends you a meme at 6:45 in the morning. Jose Mari Chan. Christmas has officially begun in the Philippines, she explains. The season runs through January 6th and has been running this long since forever. She is already playing Christmas music, and it is technically still summer where you live. You make her a coffee before she asks, and she looks at you like you've done something remarkable. You have only made coffee at the right moment, but the right moment is everything. Simbang Gabi arrives in December and she sets an alarm for 3:30 in the morning. 9 consecutive dawn masses, one before sunrise, each morning beginning December 16th. The church is full at 4 a.m. with people who chose this completely voluntarily. Outside, vendors sell bibingka from clay pots in the cold, dark air before sunrise. She hands you a piece, still warm from the coals, and her breath is visible. She says if you complete all 9 masses, your wish is granted by God. You complete all 9 and you do not tell her what you wished for. She already knows. She always already knows before you finish forming the thought. The Balikbayan box arrives from her mother in January, and it is enormous. It was assembled over 5 months and shipped across an ocean with tremendous care. Inside, spam in quantities, suggesting the apocalypse has been accounted for, Vicks in bulk. Dried mangoes wrapped like jewelry, a rosary from her grandmother, the Santo Nino, in velvet, and a tin of Danish butter cookies with the classic royal blue lid. You open it immediately and find a complete sewing kit inside. No butter, no cookies. She watches your face and laughs until she has to sit all the way down. You have been in this family over a year, and nobody warned you about the tin. There are still things to learn, and this no longer frightens you the way it once did. It is an ordinary Wednesday, and the rice cooker has been running since before sunrise. She is on the phone with her mother in the kitchen, speaking fast and loud. Lola Nina is visible in the corner of the call, watching without speaking, deciding things. Lola catches your eye through the screen and raises her eyebrows slightly toward you. She tilts her chin in your direction, pointing at you with her lips. She says something short in Tagalog, and you understand every single word of it. You smile and say nothing, and she nods like she already knew you understood. Some advantages you carry quietly, because they belong to you now and you've earned them. From the kitchen she calls, "Kumain ka na ba? Have you eaten already?" You are already at the rice cooker and you already know the answer.